Today, we are digging deep, literally, into the one thing that can make or break your garden, the soil itself. We're going to uncover what makes it tick, and more importantly, how you can turn whatever you've got into the perfect foundation for amazing, thriving plants. So let's dig in. Have you ever asked yourself this? I mean, you follow all the advice, you water, you pull weeds, but your neighbor's garden is just exploding with life, while yours, well, it feels like it's just struggling to hang on. It is maybe the most common frustration for any gardener out there. And you know that feeling? It's a straight line to what people call gardener burnout, where you're pouring in all this time and energy for, honestly, pretty disappointing results. But what if the answer isn't about working harder? What if it's about understanding what's really happening just beneath the surface? That's it right there. The whole idea of some people just having a magical green thumb is a total myth. The real secret to a garden that just thrives isn't some gift you're born with. It is all about understanding the living, breathing world right under your feet. It all starts and it all ends with your soil. Okay, so let's build our knowledge from the ground up. Literally, we're going to start with pillar 1, soil texture. Think of this as the physical foundation, what your soil is actually made of.
So at its most basic, your soil is just a mix of 3 different size particles. You've got big ones, which are sand, medium ones, called silt, and teeny tiny ones, which are clay. And the ratio of these 3, it determines, well, pretty much everything. How it holds onto water, how quickly it drains after a big rain, and how easily your plant's roots can stretch out and find what they need.
Now, the absolute dream for pretty much every gardener is a soil called loam. It's this beautiful, balanced mix. We're talking roughly 40% sand, 40% silt, and just 20% clay. This combo creates a perfect, loose, crumbly texture that holds just the right amount of water and oxygen. It's the sweet spot. Of course, most of us are not starting with perfect loam. Nope, we're usually dealing with one of 2 extremes. On one side, you have heavy clay soil. It's packed with nutrients, which is great, but the particles are so tiny and dense that water just sits there and roots can barely breathe. On the other end, you've got sandy soil, which drains so fast it's like a sieve. Water and nutrients just wash right through before the plants can grab them. Sound familiar? But here's the thing, texture is just the skeleton. It's not the whole story. To really bring your soil to life, we need our second pillar, organic matter. This is the stuff that energizes the whole system. Right. If soil texture is the car's frame, then organic matter is the engine. It's the living, dynamic part that transforms plain old dirt into a thriving ecosystem. And here's the key. It is the secret to fixing both heavy clay and light sandy soils. You see, when organic material like leaves and grass clippings fully breaks down, it turns into this incredible stuff called humus. Think of it as the ultimate soil conditioner. It's like a miracle sponge. In heavy clay soil, it gets in between those tiny particles, forcing them apart to create space for air and water. And in sandy soil, it does the opposite. It holds on to water and nutrients, keeping them right where the roots can find them. So how do you make this black gold for your garden? The fastest way is hot composting. And honestly, it's a super simple recipe. All you need are 4 things: nitrogen-rich stuff we call greens, carbon-rich stuff we call browns, a little bit of air from turning the pile every so often, and just enough water to keep it all damp. Now, if you want to get that compost pile really cooking, there's a magic number to remember, a 30-to-1 carbon to nitrogen ratio. Don't let the number scare you. All it really means in practice is that for every bucket of greens you add, you want to add about 2 or 3 buckets of browns. That ratio is the perfect meal for all the little microbes that are going to do the hard work for you. So what are we even talking about with greens and browns? It's simple. Your greens are all the moist, fresh stuff, like your grass clippings or your kitchen scraps. Your browns are the dry, carbon-heavy materials, like dead leaves, straw, or even shredded cardboard. Getting this balance right is what gives you rich, earthy compost instead of, a slimy, smelly mess. Okay, so we've covered the physical structure with texture and the living part with organic matter. Now it's time for our third and final pillar, the invisible force of soil chemistry. We're talking about the pH factor. Soil pH is really just a scale that tells you how acidic or alkaline your soil is. So why should you care? Because pH is basically the gatekeeper for all the nutrients in your soil. It controls which minerals are chemically unlocked and available for your plant's roots to actually absorb.
And this is a huge aha moment for a lot of gardeners. Your soil could be jam-packed with all the nutrients a plant could ever want. But if the pH is too high or too low, those nutrients get locked up. The plant literally can't get to them. It's like being locked out of a fully stocked kitchen. The food is right there, but you can't eat it.
Now, before you even run out and buy a test kit, your own backyard might be giving you some clues. You can play detective. Certain weeds absolutely love specific pH levels. So if you're seeing tons of plantain or sorrel popping up everywhere, your soil probably leans acidic. But if your garden is full of Queen Anne's lees, that's a good sign it might be more alkaline. It's like nature's own little soil test. All right, we understand the 3 pillars now: texture, organic matter, and pH. So theory time is over. How do we take all this knowledge and actually use it to build the best soil we possibly can for our gardens? Your secret weapon here is mulch. It's one of the most powerful tools you have. Organic mulches, like shredded leaves or compost, are amazing. They do triple duty. They block weeds, they hold in moisture, and, most importantly, they slowly break down and feed your soil, adding that crucial organic matter we talked about. Inorganic mulches are more for specific jobs, like using black plastic to really warm up the soil for your tomatoes and peppers. Once you start improving that soil structure, you can get a little more targeted with organic fertilizers. Think of this as giving your soil a customized nutritional boost. Need more leafy green growth? Add a nitrogen source. Want stronger roots and more flowers? Go for phosphorus. And remember pH? Some of these, like wood ash, will also raise your soil's pH, which is perfect if you know your soil is too acidic. You see? It's all connected. So we've done the work. We've improved the texture. We've added life with organic matter. We've balanced the chemistry. What's the real payoff? I'll tell you, it is so much more than just a basket of fresh tomatoes. Because, there's this profound mental and emotional reward that comes from nurturing a garden. This simple act of caring for something, of watching it respond and grow because of what you did, it creates these real feelings of calm and contentment. It's a powerful thing. And maybe that's the ultimate secret. A garden isn't just a project you finish. It's a living relationship. As we shape the soil and we care for the plants, the whole process is shaping us too. We become more patient, more observant, more connected to the world around us. Nurturing your soil is really about nurturing a relationship, one that's going to feed you in body and in spirit. So the only question left is, how are you going to get started nurturing yours? Thanks for digging in with me today.